So let's see what a complete answer would look like. Our question is, explain the reasons why America sought to expand overseas in the late 1890s. Now, I understand many of you are not ready to write like this, and that's fine. All we ask is that you do your best and that you try to improve each time you do a roadmap. So let's look at these. I broke it up into three paragraphs to go along with each of the chunks or groups that I did. So the first question, or the first paragraph. There were three main reasons America sought to expand overseas in the late 1890s: to gain more military strength, spread their cultural superiority, and open up new markets for trade. So that's like my opening sentence, right? I laid out my three chunks as to how I'm going to answer this question. Imperialism had been all the rage in Europe for the past 200 years or more. Countries wanted to expand their political power, so I'm referencing that G Persia, I put it in all caps, by conquering other nations. Alfred T. Mahan was a huge advocate for American expansion because he thought it would be needed to protect the trade and shipping of American businesses. That's the key point there. So you have to understand and make that connection. Why was Mahan's legacy so huge in getting a navy, and that we needed to secure those goods? So he was kind of thinking economically already, even when most people were thinking militarily. America saw itself as being culturally superior, socially, again, making my G Persia reference, to many peoples or tribes in the Americas. They believed that it was their white man's burden to spread their education, society, and culture to the less civilized savages. They believed in manifest destiny, or that they had been commanded by God himself to spread his message to these unholy savages that were going to hell and needed to hear about God from them. Social Darwinism backed up their ideas because it was obvious to them that savage cultures should not be preserved, since they were poor and inferior on almost every level to the Anglo-Saxons of Western culture. Again, survival of the fittest. If these other cultures are below us, why should they survive? That's what the advocates of social Darwinism believed. The last paragraph, the economic influence, again, making my G Persia reference, for the spread of imperialism in the late 1890s was to open up new markets to sell goods to and collect more natural resources. To open these new markets, America wanted to acquire new colonies that they could then develop and influence to harvest their natural resources, use that to produce goods in factories back home, and then ship those finished products back to the colonies to buy. This was even more important when countries used tariffs to keep out foreign goods in their country. The tariff would put a tax on any foreign good, thus making them more expensive. This made businesses and colonies want to become part of America to bypass and avoid these tariffs on their goods, which is why Hawaii is now one of the states in America. So again, we don't expect you guys to be able to do this right now, okay? You're a freshman. I've studied history for 20 years, okay? We get that, but I wanted to show you just what a good answer would look like so you have at least one example. We gave you a 3-step process as to how to structure that. Step 1, write down your 10 PNFs and the definitions in your own words, how it relates to the question. Step 2, chunk or put those words into 3 to 4 groups and pick the G Persia that best represents them. Again, there's no right or wrong when it comes to G Persia. As long as you can back up your statement with facts and reason, you're good. Step 3, take those ideas and put them into complete sentences, making sure you reference your G Persia topics. So if you do that, even if you just do the definitions, you're going to write your 10 PNFs, you're going to use at least 3 complete sentences, you're going to make your G Persia connections. So again, you want to put the number here, political, economic. Okay, you're good. You got your 2 points. Now here, if you're just writing the definitions, you probably don't deserve a 4 or 5. Probably a 2 or a 3. But if that's the only place you're missing points, you're still going to end up with a passing solid grade on your rubrics. And again, have a growth mindset. This is all about getting better at answering these questions as you go throughout the year. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you need any help, you can drop it down below in the comments and I'll be sure to get to you, or you can talk to your teacher during AF or after school. all I got for you guys. Peace.